Is atheism a belief? I'm often told by my atheist friends, no, atheism is just the lack of a belief. Or as the late atheist writer Christopher Hitchens once famously said, he said, our belief is not a belief. Well, with all due respect to my atheist friends who want to assert they don't believe anything and therefore don't have to defend it, I think that idea is wholly mistaken. Let's explore why by unpacking the idea that atheism is just the absence, just the lack of a belief in God. Well, if atheism is just a lack of belief in God, that leads to all kinds of strange conclusions. I mean, I can think of many things that lack a belief in God. Rocks, rubber chickens, Richard Dawkins' left foot, Australia, the colour blue, all of those things lack a belief in God. Does that make them atheists? I think it'd be a very strange person who would want to say that Richard Dawkins' left foot is an atheist. So clearly, to be an atheist means more than just a lack of belief in God. But the problems get even more profound. You see, the absence of anything can't cause something. If I take a hammer and I drop it on my foot, it will cause pain. But if I take a non-existent hammer and drop a non-existent hammer on my foot, it won't cause anything, because it doesn't exist. But atheism seems to cause all kinds of things. It causes sceptical people to write angry tweets at me on social media. Atheism caused Richard Dawkins to write a book on atheism that made millions of pounds and his bank manager very happy. And so the list goes on. So for a non-belief, atheism looks quite busy. Furthermore, people don't normally gather in communities or groups or self-identify around a non-belief. For example, I lack a belief in the tooth fairy, but I have never introduced myself at a party by saying, hi, I'm Andy Bannister, I'm an a-tooth-farian. But I've met many people who say to me, hi, my name is whatever, I'm an atheist. I know many people on social media who write atheist or skeptic or free thinker in their social media profiles. The more enthusiastic put the flying spaghetti monster or some sort of secular icon there, but they self-identify around the label of atheism, which tells me it means far more than just the absence of a belief in God. Atheists are increasingly forming themselves into groups and communities. They're starting groups on university campuses, they're meeting together in societies, they're having conferences, they are even starting churches. This raises an interesting question, doesn't it? Has atheism not just become a belief system, but is it actually a religion for some people? Now maybe you're watching this and thinking, atheism, a religion? Are you insane? Well, it depends how you define a religion. A religion doesn't necessarily mean a belief in God. Most Buddhists don't believe in God. The academic description that's used by many anthropologists for what a religion is a system of thought that attempts to answer ultimate questions. Where did the universe come from? Is there a purpose to life? Why are we here? What's gone wrong with the world? How are human beings supposed to live? And I suggest my atheist friends have answers, or believe they do, to those questions. And then lastly, I think one of the signs that something is a real active belief is other things accumulate alongside it. So for example, I'm a Christian, and because I'm a Christian, I believe certain things about justice, I believe certain things about truth, certain things about philosophy that follow from my Christian faith. And likewise, many of my atheist friends believe certain things about science. They believe that we're just atoms and particles, that there's no purpose built into the universe, that we're just the result of time plus chance plus natural selection. Most of my atheist friends are materialists, to give that worldview its proper name. And the very fact that atheism attracts these other beliefs tells me, again, it is a belief. It really is a positive belief, not just the absence thereof. Now, I say this not to belittle you if you're an atheist watching this, but to challenge you to realise you do have beliefs. There's no such thing as a human being without faith. All of us believe something. If you're messing around with the claim that atheism really isn't a belief system, I suggest it's really because you haven't dared to put it to the test and see if it stands up. Why don't you stop being infantile, step into the adult world, and examine properly what you believe, what others believe, and see whether what you believe stands up?